Alright, hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome back to Xenoblade Chronicles 2! Or welcome to if you're joining us for the first time. And if you are joining us for the first time, well, you're in luck, because I've got an entire series on the main game. This is Torna the Golden Country, the standalone DLC. I think it's fully standalone, I'm not actually sure. I hope I get to, let's see, we're gonna turn off battle narration. And probably game voice. So, I know this is a controversial choice, but a lot of people got people got mad at me. But it's impossible for me to commentate over a, auto battle. Huh. I actually didn't know that was a thing. That'll make grinding easier. I'm gonna turn on the autosave for obvious reasons. Enemy aggression. Huh. I didn't know that these were options here. That's cool, actually. But yeah, it's impossible for me to commentate over characters that are yelling things out in battle, and it drives me up the wall. So I'm not even gonna try that. So instead, new game and normal. Hopefully, I get to keep some of my blades at least for this, but if I have to start over from the very beginning, so be it.
The year was 3564. The 107th Indoline Praetor, Rhodalis, had sent an armed expedition against the country of Sia. Its capital, Amranta, fell overnight and sank beneath the clouds, along with the rest of the Titan. The destruction of Sia shocked all the nations of Allrest. Officially, the act was attributed to a military alliance led chiefly by Indol and the emerging power of Mor Ardain. In fact, it had been the work of one blade, the Aegis, a man known as Malos. Said to be the architect's word incarnate. Back then, neither Laura nor myself knew how closely his fate would prove to be tied with ours in the days to come.
You're that eager to die? Then allow me to assist.
There's no end to them.
And it's not just the Vulcan Ferris. Even the Balufos caught up in it.
Laura, can you smell it?
Huh. Ugh, it stinks like...
Yeah, no doubt about it. Blood. It's driving them crazy.
Okay, approach an enemy, press R to target them. With an enemy targeted, press A to draw weapons. Holy crap, this is loud. I might have to switch things around. We'll have to switch it after this cutscene, though. Okay, with every auto attack, charges up. Yeah, I already know how to play. Interesting that we're hitting things with our fists. So they've changed the mechanics a little bit here. Okay, use art at the precise moment that an auto attack hits. Cancel the art without winding down the attack. Cancel the arts into Specialist 2 by unlocking certain nodes. Gotcha. The successful cancel will charge the special gauge more than usual. So it's worth learning this tricky technique if you want to maximize efficiency. Okay, team is composed of a driver and their blades. Level EXP, HP, Strength, Ether, Agility, Dexterity, and Luck stats are common to all members of the team. Yeah, it's going to take me a little while before I get used to the animation canceling. It'll get better. I was really good at it. Yeah, there we go. It gets a lot easier once, you know, I've had some time to mess around with it. For now, it'll be okay. But yeah, the music is real loud. Okay. In battle, a team is split between a Vanguard and a Rearguard positions. The character in the Vanguard is the attacker, while the Rearguard plays support. You, the player, directly control the Vanguard. The Rearguard will attack and provide buffs automatically. This is interesting. This is new. This is not actually how Xenoblade Chronicles 2 originally works, so they've actually changed the combat system. When you receive an attack, the damage you took will be displayed as a red bar, indicating recoverable HP. This is healed by using a Vanguard Switch. The recoverable HP will drain over time. Performing Vanguard Switches whenever you can and keeping your HP high is the key to victory. When a team's HP reaches 0, they will be incapacitated. If you can't continue the fight, you will be returned to the last landmark you passed, without any further penalties. So how do we do a switch? Nope. Yeah, it's gonna take a little while to get used to her tempo. Okay, once the rearguard gauge fills up in battle, you can press up or down to perform a maneuver called Vanguard Switch. When you trigger a Vanguard Switch, the rearguard will move up to trade places with the Vanguard, start attacking with their sword art. Switch art? After the switch, the new Vanguard's art gauges will be full, ready to be used immediately. So using a Vanguard Switch is a good way to press an attack. Nope. I'm not going to be able to get the back attack even if I wanted to. Well, this is interesting. I'm actually really liking this. This is a nice take on the compared to the like old system. It's still going. All right. Okay, special move is a specialism move that uses cooperation between the team members to great effect. Using arts will in turn charge the special gauge. This is called a special recharge. When the gauge is full, you can press A to use the special. Now, I believe I can charge it up to level 3 or whatever I want, so we might as well charge it up to maximum. Instead of waiting. Yeah, there we go. Time is getting a little bit better. But yeah, I can get it up to like 3 or 4 or whatever. Oh, I guess I should have collected all that money. It does disappear after a while. I'm not used to that system. Or maybe that is how it works. I'm not used to... There we go. I forgot there's Quicktime Events whenever you do this. That's okay. You can charge it all the way up beyond level 1, all the way to 4, whereas level 1 is the Vanguard attack alone, 2, 3, and 4 are a real team effort. But first, here's a free special gauge top-up, so you can try using a level 4 special and admire Laura and Jin's flawless coordination. Okay, and button challenge will be up, moves will be magnified. Well, this is really well done. I actually like this.
Laura!
Thank you, Jin.
Well, we've got room for improvement.
Of what?
This fighting style. It magnifies our strength, sure, but it leaves us wide open. When the sword is in my hand, you're left defenseless.
What, you won't keep me safe?
Huh?
I'll keep you safe always.
I'll keep you safe, always. You still remember that?
I've thought about it. Every day for these 17 years. I'll never forget it. The day you set me free from a life of misery.
I see.
Okay. So for starters, when you say you actually like this, does that mean you didn't care for the main game system? No, I rather liked the main game system. I thought it was perfectly fine. This is a little bit more interesting, because the main game system just kind of plays like MMO-y-ish. This plays different, and so it's a little bit more interesting. The other thing is, you know, usually when you have like a complete mechanic shift between a game and its DLC, usually that spells bad things for the game. However, in this case, maybe not. It might actually be a positive change. But, you know, usually developers don't actually manage to make it, like, work well. And I think in this case, they did fine. Anyway, this feature, the arrow's pointing now, is the compass. It's where we go next. Yeah, I already know that. Okay. Yeah, we already know about all these. Definitely know about all these. Okay, so we want to go into the options for a bit before I go anywhere. That's the map. It's going to take a little bit before I can remember what to do. Okay, so systems. We want to go into options. The music is a little loud. Game. So there's... We'll raise that. Lower the background music and keep the sound effects... Lower them a little bit. Battle narration is fine. Environment is fine. System volume. Oh. I don't really care too much about those. Okay, so this should be a little bit better, so it's not, like, stupid loud. There we go. That should be better. Let's see. The other thing I like about this is the main character isn't Rex and Pyra? I didn't hate them, but compared to Shulk, who admittedly had his own faults, I really liked Shulk and Ryan and everybody else, because they felt, you know, it was an older JRPG party, not kids necessarily. Lysaria Woodland, where you are right now, is a special kind of area known as Landmark. All Rest features 3 kinds of areas: locations, landmarks, and secret areas. You can instantly travel to any previously discovered landmark or secret area from the skip travel menu in the main menu. Gotcha. And it's not to say that I hated it, but compared to what's the... Oh, that's probably just a travel spot. I'm assuming that's what the spring is. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, first game. Base game's more like. This DLC feels like a sequel prequel. It is. This is absolutely a prequel. Series prequel to the base game of Xenoblade Chronicles 2. But no, when I say the first game, I mean like Xenoblade Chronicles 1, which I really enjoyed. Xenoblade Chronicles 1 was a masterpiece of a JRPG, and it's always just a... Oh god, we might not actually survive this. That guy's kind of tough. Alright, let's skip on fighting any more of those big guys. I was like, I beat him in the tutorial. I'll beat him this time. The answer is very much no. This hurts. I guess, yeah, we might not even have the full party. I remember Xenoblade Chronicles, I guess any of them, you're very weak when you start out, especially when you don't have the party, because the game's not balanced well for it. Okay. Hopefully we'll be able to get some kind of, like, healing ability at some point. Though the switch system works actually fairly well. Let's kill the Rausch Wolf and then switch. Oh. It looks like we'll be able to have more party members later on. That was such a lazy swing. And she's learned Hungry Snake and Spindleweep. It's also nice to see, you know, that the character is fighting without the blade. So they actually have, like, a... so they actually have, like, something to do in battle, sort of. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. It's different. I do hope we get extra party members, though, as, a number of our attacks are... very much, like, still, like, attack from the side, attack from behind. And I'm hoping... Okay, there's the health potion. So we do actually have healing abilities here. Nope, I am utter garbage at canceling her attack arts. Because she does a 2-hit combo, and I usually cancel immediately after the first hit. Which doesn't actually work very well. But yeah, we're just gonna fight everything for a little while at least. Okay, new party member within 10 minutes or so. Good. Yeah, I wasn't sure if this is actually going to be a solo JRPG, like, where you'd be fighting on your own. Okay, that hits pretty hard. Yeah, I just have to identify which of these is a solo hit and which of these is a multi-hit. Because, yeah, her Path of Thorns does a ton of damage if you manage to cancel it. But yeah, now that we have those health potions and whatnot, this will get a lot easier. Also helps that we're leveling real quick here. So I'm just going to run around fighting whatever. But yes, I know the whole, like, new party member in 10 minutes is kind of a spoiler, but, like, whatever, it's fine. I more care about plot spoilers than, like, you'll get a party member in this area. Like, yeah, okay, fine, whatever, I can work with that. Ooh. And yeah, now that we're getting a couple of levels and not sucking so much, Laura is, standing on her own 2 feet, as opposed to being miserably weak. We should probably... Oops, this is the wrong direction. I keep pressing X to open up the map. Okay. Let's see. I wish I could actually switch that, so start was open the quick travel. Now, Laura, can we... We can strengthen weapon arts, but... Oh, we do actually have some. Let's see, what's this? So that increases the damage by 40, increases the damage by 30. I'm gonna... Let's strengthen that for the time being. What is... Rear... Oh, rear guard arts are the things that they use when they're back. That's a nice system. Okay, I'm assuming we're not gonna have a whole lot to actually, like, unlock here. At least for a little while. No, it's going pretty quick, actually. I'll probably save up for the strength. Let's see, accessories. I think we just picked up a couple. Yeah. What is this? Oh! Increases HP restored to stealth. Or to self. Not using HP potions. Well, never mind. That's meaningless. I think? Call me an oddball in video games with level systems and experienced protagonists. Why do they always start at level 1? I think the implication in this case is she's not level 1. She's, you know, higher, but for all intents and purposes as far as the game's concerned, she's level 1. Compared to, like, a regular random person, she's much higher level, you know, 20, 30 or something like that. But it's weirder to start the characters at level, like, 20 or 30, because there's kind of that immediately, like, shock value of, like, either... All those levels up until now were meaningless, or, otherwise. Let's see if I can fight this sucker again. Yeah, he does significantly less damage now. And we have a self-heal, so this should be easier. So I'm just gonna work on those. Did we get the healing potion? No, it's over here. Awkward. But still, now we can actually fight the Feigned Balufos. And yeah, once we have a full party, this will be so much easier. I do wish the healing potions would spawn closer. But I guess it's not the end of the world. Alright, yeah, this will be so much easier. Oh. I didn't realize there's actually a category for Torna the Golden Country on Twitch. Neat. I didn't realize. Usually, I don't think I've seen a single game have their DLC. No. There's one game I can think of that actually has its DLC as a separate entry on Twitch, and that's Binding of Isaac. Almost no other games have that. It's always just like wrapped up in the main game, which gets really confusing when the new DLC comes out and everybody's just like... Well, I guess it's not that confusing, but it's just like some people are like, hey, he's playing the base game. No, he's not. Okay, so this guy hurts a lot more. But that's okay. We've got 2 health bars that we can rely on. And we can kill him. Oh, that was cool. He did like a swing and then like a sidestep swing. That was neat. I like that. And yeah, they're learning moves real quick. But I guess they're just trying to fill it in kind of slowly so you can get used to it, which I respect. I really like the battle music in this game. So far, this battle music is so much better than Xenoblade Chronicles 1. I could, or not 1, 2. I liked the music in 2, but I think it got repetitive. I like the jazziness of this. It feels very... It feels like it's something I could listen to for the next, like, 20 hours and not hate myself. Which is usually my problem when it comes to, usually my problem when it comes to JRPGs. Like, I had the worst problem when playing... was it Persona 5? I think it was Persona 5. Trying to play Persona 5, 100 hours, and there's like 2 songs outside of boss battles. And you had to buy DLC to switch up the soundtrack, and it's just like, no! I loved that game, but like, no matter how good that soundtrack was, hearing the same song for 100 hours is maddening. Damn.
What happened? Are you alone?
Looks like the only survivor. These burn patterns don't look like Malos' handiwork. Must have been humans. Looting and pillaging while the world burns.
Hey, it's okay. Would you like to come with us? You don't have to worry, really. We're all good people. Promise.
Can you walk? You can. Good going.
And your family? Were they there with you? Should we go back and...
Mikhail.
Hmm?
My name is Mikhail.
Oh, right. I'm Laura. And he's...
I don't have a family. I was sold to this village from Estem. So, I'm all alone.
I see. Right then. Starting today, we're going to be your new family. We'll take you back to our friends and...
You people? You're strangers. You don't have to pretend to care.
You don't beat around the bush, do you? He's gonna be a handful, this one. Though really, I was just the same once. Very well. Friends first, then, not family. How's that sound?
Laura,
What's up?
I'll scout the area. Look after him.
Oh, of course. Be careful. And Jin.
I know.
Hope Jin keeps that mask on for a while. It's a cool mask.
What was that you said, Baldric?
The Cian capital of Omrantha has fallen. Or rather, it was annihilated. Praetor Redalis.
So it has come to pass after all.
Respectfully, you aren't much of an actor, Eminence. It appears you are not surprised at all. We heard disturbing rumors circling among the Magisters. Amalthus, whom you recently elevated to Quester? People wonder if this calamity has anything to do with that man's blade. With such extraordinary power, is it really wise to,
No matter whose power affected it, it is sure to serve the greater glory of Indal. The architect will surely be pleased.
Eminence, do you believe it can be controlled?
If it cannot, I will let him take the blame. I have spoken. Thank you for your report, Magister Baldric. You may return to your duties.
This looks like a good spot to set up camp. Yeah, I'll start preparing the food. Oh wow, you're a star, Jin. What do you reckon you'll make? Let's see now. I should be able to get my hands on a few choice ingredients around here. We can find some Torna trout, deviled onions, and sour avocados and can stew them together. You like trout straw, right? It's absolutely divine. You'll join us for a bite to eat, won't you, Mikhail? I guess. Perfect. Then let's set to work and hunt for those ingredients. All three of those things should be easy to come by around here. No need to travel off the beaten path. Alright, so we also have sort of Mikhail? I don't really know. Okay. What you're looking at right now is a collection point. Yep, already know about these. Alright. Time to beat the shit out of a fish, the Wispooper. Alright. Oh boy. Okay. So, I love streaming games, but like, hot damn, there's just some awful people out there. I'm just reading chat as we're like kind of waiting for things to go in combat and whatnot. So somebody just popped into chat to say that this game is in Japanese, retard. Don't. Just don't. It doesn't matter like who or what you are. Never say that. That's not something you say to people no matter like what their point is. The moment you start like throwing derogatory terms out, no matter whether you're right or wrong, the moment you start saying stuff like that, you instantly lose the debate and the argument and whatnot. I just have to bring that up as like a point, because like, for starters, I'm sure it was actually something to do with the fact that, are we straight up camping next to this kid's burnt out village? Come on, have some heart. Alright, whatever, I guess we'll just, that's not an impressive tree, to be totally honest. But yeah, pro tip when it comes to being a human being, calling anybody else a name during an argument is fast track to losing whatever your argument is. Doesn't even matter if you are right. It's just the first person to resort to ad hominem doesn't even win. Like, there's no debate. There's not even a point to be proven at that point. And it's frustrating when I see people do that. We're gonna go back to punching things for a little while. I'm actually just really enjoying running around and fighting stuff for a little bit. And obviously I like leveling up. Anyway, so people have been kind of reacting to the voice acting being a little bit stilted and stuff. I mean, it is a game that was originally in Japanese. And, like, you always will run into translation problems. You know, the voice actors might not be the best. The voice actors might not be the best. The timing of the voice acting might be kind of bad. Which, like, that is an eternal problem for, Oh, that's weird. We were out of combat for a second. And it, like, mucked up a little bit there. Oh. There we go. Might as well try and use some of the special moves. I've been avoiding them lately for no good reason. Just trying to save up for the other stuff, but whatever, it doesn't matter. But yeah, so, like, the voice acting so far has been adequate. I wouldn't say it's amazing, but compared to Rex, I much prefer these voice actors. I much prefer these voice actors to Rex from the base game. Because I didn't hate Rex, but I didn't like listening to him after a while. He was, as far as JRPG protagonist goes, I prefer characters that are older than the age of 20. And a lot of that probably has to do with the fact that I too am older than the age of 20. And so for me, I personally identify with older protagonists with older protagonist problems, and not, like, you know, kid problems and so on and so forth. And so for me, I'm actually appreciating this because it seems like two well-adjusted people that already know each other, have a history, and are not, like, you know, super naive. I hate the naive Japanese, like, JRPG protagonist trope. Like, I know it's supposed to make it so that you're learning the game and the world with the same character, but I prefer a character that's already, like, seen and experienced the world for a little while. Admittedly, I don't like the trope where you have the extremely world-weary character that, like, hates everything, because that always gets kind of tiring as well. But yeah, Rex felt like a cliche. Honestly, like, the base game of this really did feel like a cliche through and through. There were definitely good moments for it, but, like, it was real tropey. That's why I liked Xenoblade Chronicles 1 more, and I feel like this series is kind of, mechanically has gone uphill. But, plot-wise, I think they've gone a little bit too anime, maybe? Ish? And so I'm hoping that this, you know, goes a little bit in the opposite direction. We'll see how it goes. I mean, look at Dragon Quest, it's a trope. But, like, with Dragon Quest, you know it's going to be a trope. You know the whole thing is going to be a trope, and there's no other expectations. Whereas, like, Monolith Soft set this extraordinarily high bar with the first game. And I feel like, trying to chase that dragon is going to be tough for them for a while. They're going to keep making really good games, and, like, I'm going to constantly recommend them, because, like, straight up, this and Octopath are the two best JRPGs on the platform. Not that they have a whole lot of competition, but, like, I would prefer to... I would actually generally recommend, say, this game over... I would generally recommend this game over, say, even, like, Persona to some degree, just because it's more... Would I say more fun? I don't know. Persona was just, I was drained by the time I was done with Persona. I'll keep going back to that because everybody was, like, super bananas for Persona. I know I'm, like... I know I'm inviting, you know, mad, people to get mad with this opinion. But I don't know, I just enjoy these games. It's also, like, for me, the combat is actually much more interesting. This, like, kind of, sort of action combat, but it's not like an ATB gauge, it's very MMO-y. But it feels good. Don't you mean Fake Sona? No, that's just the finale of Fake Sona. I've never done a series... I've never finished Persona 5. Luckily, there's a convenient game with largely the same plot and ending called Fake Sona 5. So I got to play that. That was fun. Persona sounds like it had grind for years. It wasn't even that it had grind for years to some degree. It was a... So, I love JRPGs, but they always have this, like, constant problem of being too long for how fun they are. So, like, mechanically, every game generally expands, I'm going to say about five times over the course of the game. So in this case, we learn the basics of combat, use your abilities, and then there's like some nuance, like animation canceling. Then you learn the special, the meter that fills up, and then you unleash your super attack. It's not like really that groundbreaking of a mechanic, but it's a new thing. And then eventually you get some new party members, and then you have to like min-max and tank. And then there's the party gauge that fills up in the top left. And then eventually there might be like some super stuff that you could do with like Pyra and Mithra and whatnot. And like, all those things serve as a way of like kind of refreshing the game and the gameplay and making it more interesting to play, so you're not just doing the same thing over and over and over again. And so after a certain point, the game settles into a pattern. You can add new characters or new specials or like new moves, but ultimately it stays largely very static throughout the entire thing. Pokemon runs into this problem where the game hasn't really changed in ever, and it's kind of maddening if you've played every single game, because it's just like, yep, it's more of the same. I am now like ridiculously good at this game. It's hard to feel challenged anymore. And so like I barely have any interest in Pokemon games at this point. Though I'll probably play the new I will absolutely be playing Let's Go Eevee with Shell in a couple of months, because I think that comes out this winter. I could be wrong. But so with Persona 5 specifically, it was a fantastic game, and the plot was amazing. No, I want that chest. Stupid invisible walls. All right, whatever. Was there something over here? No, there wasn't. I'm just trying to get whatever while I just talk, because I'm actually just enjoying playing this game. I don't know. I really like grinding in this. Xenoblade combat's always felt really fun for me. But yeah, with Persona, you pretty much saw the mechanics within the first 20 hours. And you had 80 more hours to just do. And it wasn't bad, but it was just like, oof. Right, we've got our ingredients. Fire's nice and toasty. I think we're all set for the night. Jin, would you mind making a start on the cooking? I'll get right to it. The blade's doing the cooking. Got a problem with that? Better Jin than me. If I were in charge, I'd probably end up losing a limb peeling the veggies. It's not all one-sided, though. Laura has her own talents, like making the charms. That I could never do. Right, we make up for each other's strengths and weaknesses. Blade or driver, and no one has to shoulder all the burden. Huh. Okay. I'm gonna make a start on the trout strawloo. It won't take long. Okay. Oh! This is new. Chat with your allies. Let's start with that. Laura, about the battle earlier. I know, right? We were phenomenal. You're trying to do too much. Ah, what? I thought you were going to praise me. I'm only trying to draw out your full power, Jin. You know that. That's fine, and I appreciate it. What I'm saying is, please don't put yourself at risk, Laura. We've been together a long time, haven't we, Jin? Ever since I touched your core crystal as a little girl, and we became bonded forever as driver and blade. Yeah. It's a bond closer than blood, I think. Okay, one thing that does bother me about these little dialogues, they're doing this, like, weird chicken thing where, like, as they're talking, their head's kind of, like, bobbing back and forth, and it looks real goofy. Now you guys will never unsee it. That's part of the reason why I want to help you, too. See you grow and be there for you. That's beautiful, Laura, but you're a driver and I'm the blade. Blades protect their drivers in a fight. It's the natural order of things. Especially since we don't need to worry about being wounded, as long as the core crystal stays intact. Well, I, on the other hand, am just a human. When a driver dies, their blades return to their cores. That's why you want me to be more careful, right? Exactly. Oh, right. I get it. Well, it's not like I want to make you anxious in the middle of a fight. Okay, I promise not to overdo it. And if things start looking bad, I'll be sure to switch out for you. That'd be great, thanks. I'm counting on you then. You know I'd never let you down. Okay, can we keep going? I guess we can. There's a question though. Speaking of RPGs, do I have any plans on Pathfinder Kingmaker when it comes out? Yeah, I probably will. I have a terrible track record with CRPGs, but that's because Deadfire barely ran on my computer. And we did finish Divinity Original Sin, admittedly, so there's that. But yeah, I will play Pathfinder Kingmaker. They might even send it to me. They've been sending me all of their press emails lately, so if I'm lucky, I get it as well. I might have to send them an email and see if I can get access to it, though. I'd love to. Hey, Jin, can you take care of the cooking? Sure. I think I can contrive a decent Tratstralu out of the stuff we gathered. Awesome. I could really do with a proper meal right about now. Shouldn't be too long. Huh. That was redundant. Alright, craft. So she can make pouch items that can improve your battle capabilities, and he can make home cooking. So let's make that Tratstralu. This is neat. I like this system way more than what they had in Xenoblade Chronicles, like the base game. Because the base game, like, there was just stuff. And this feels like, you know, here's a point where you actually want to sit down and do these things for a little while. I do wish that the buff wasn't on a time limit, but would just last until your next camp. Or something like that. Or maybe X number of battles? That could make sense.
How sad. That village, I mean.
It is.
That blade, Malos. He didn't do that, did he?
The towns raised by the Aegis were completely obliterated. I plan to inform the mercenaries of this.
How could a person do something so awful?
Anyway, you should rest now. We should be able to meet up with Hayes tomorrow.
Oh, yes. I wonder if she's found any leads on Mother. I hope so, anyway.
I'll prepare food, then rest up.
Oh, that's kind of you. Thanks.